Hello, morning.
How are you today?
I'm fine. You?
I'm really good. Thank you very much for asking. And thank you for coming into today's class. As you can see, we're going to talk about English literature. Can you say your name and your age, please? Each one?
Hello, my name is Jerónimo and I am 40 years old.
Thank you.
My name is Gabriela and I'm 51 years old.
We are expecting other classmates, other students to join this video conference. So let's see who else is coming. Hello, good morning, Eduardo. Can you hear me? Hello, hello. We can hear you, Eduardo. If you can check your microphone, please.
Me now?
Yes, now, yes, I can hear you.
Hello, good morning.
How are you? Can you tell us your name, your age, please?
My name is Eduardo. I'm 57-year-old.
Thank you for coming to class. I was telling your classmates that today's class is going to be about English literature. Are you ready?
We're ready.
Okay, so Gabriela, um, can you repeat your name, please, and probably your age?
Yes, my name is Gabriela. I'm 51 years old.
Thank you. Okay, let's see who else is coming. If not, will be a good idea to start. And once again, I really appreciate your coming into the class on time. Thank you very much for that. Well, today's class is about one poem. I don't know if you have heard about the Canterbury Tales, about the author, Geoffrey Chaucer. What do you know about this Middle English poetry? Let's see if you know anything, whatever you have listened about it, just comment. Oh, but before, hello, Denise. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. Having troubles with the camera.
Don't worry. Thank you for coming in. Can you tell us your name and your age, please?
um, hmm, my name. Hello. My name is Denise, and I am 28 years old.
Thank you for coming. I guess we're going to start now that we are complete. Once again, I really appreciate your time. And I was telling you about today's class. Today, we're going to analyze and we're going to find out more important facts about this Middle English literature. As you know, this English is also known for being very different, different pronunciation, different vocabulary, different written structure, and you will see in the example that we're going to check today. So what do you know about this Middle English? Anyone?
No, sorry, it's the first time that I hear of. Well, the second time actually.
Do you have any idea what year we are going to talk about in the history of English? Can you situate yourselves more or less in what year, in what century? No?
No.
Okay. Gabby, you want to say something?
Yeah, I was thinking about 11th century, maybe.
Okay. 11 is not the year that Geoffrey Chaucer wrote this poem, but it's more like in the 14th century. The 14th century. And it took him many years. He started writing these Canterbury Tales, which is a collection of 24 stories in you know how much time from 1387 until 1400s. So this is his magnus opus or his greatest work. Okay, guys? So the Canterbury Tales, it's a collection of 24 stories. And I would like you to think about these stories, about a collection of stories. And the story is about a group of pilgrims that go on a pilgrimage. Do you know what a pilgrimage is, guys? Or do you have any idea?
Pilgrims, a group of people that wander, I think, from one place to another. I think, not sure. Oh, the definition.
Yes. And a pilgrimage. Can you give me an example, anybody? An example of a pilgrimage is right there on the chat. Pilgrimage, what it is. Do you have an idea? For example, what happens in Mexico when people want to celebrate Virgin Maria on December 12th? Many people go where?
Oh, yes, yes. They go to the Basilica in the Mexico City, and yes, it's a group of people that are going to one point specifically, like a lot of people. A gathering that is going to a particular point.
Exactly. This group of people that go to a sacred place in order to pay respect or take an offering. Okay. So in these years, Geoffrey Chaucer was working as an administrator, also as a writer, also as a tax collector. So he traveled a lot around England. And in one way, he criticizes the society of those years, okay? Because he could realize what was the real deal with the society. So he observed a pilgrimage of 24 people, and he's in this tale, in this collection of tales, every character tells his own story. Of course, it's a poem, and the English is very different. So this is what we are going to talk about, and this is where we are right now. Are we okay with this? Now, are we connected with this kind of poetry or time?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so the Canterbury Tales is one of the most important works or poems in the history of England or English development. Remember, the author is Geoffrey Chaucer. I'm going to write his name here on the chat so you can see it, and you remember the next time you see it that he's the writer of the Canterbury Tales. So it's Geoffrey. Chaucer. So as I told you before, he used to have many positions in the government, and during this time, well, he could really observe and criticize more than anything else the reality of the society in those years. Okay, guys?
Okay.
Very good. So let's go to the next part of the session where I'm going to ask you to read. Remember how many lines is the poem, the complete poem of the Canterbury Tales? I told you before. Have
The
you?
stories?
The
Stories, you mean?
The
24.
complete 24 stories. And how many lines are there in the complete story? Or verses?
Verses. No, I don't know.
17,000
70.
lines. Can you imagine? That's why he took so many years, right?
Yes.
Okay, so today we're not going to read that much. Today we're going to analyze the first 18 lines of this poem. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
So in the comments of the this Teams video conference, you will see a Word file. This Word file contains the prologue, the general prologue. What is general prologue in English, in Spanish? I'm sorry.
El prólogo general.
Exactly. We're going to check the prologue, the general prologue of this magnificent work. So, did you find it?
No, I don't see the chat here. Sorry. I'm with
You don't see
Windows. I don't see chat. Where should I go
Oh,
to your
don't.
profile?
It should be in the notes
Notes.
or in the comments. But don't worry, I'm sharing the file, okay?
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Just a moment. Sometimes with the technology, you know that it's always taking a lot of time, right?
Yeah, it happens a lot.
Can you see it now?
I see a blank page.
Oh,
Me
don't
too.
worry. It will take a little time to see it.
Load. Okay.
You let me know when you see the text.
Okay.
I can see it now.
Okay. It's there now.
Yeah, it's
So the
I see.
Canterbury Tales, the general prologue. This text was taken from a page of the Harvard University. So as you can see, well, it's a trustable source. So as you can see, the first 18 lines appear on this page. Who wants to read the first line, number 1, that is written in Middle English? You see that is different?
Yes. Is it possible that you can make it bigger? Blow it up?
Yeah, don't worry, I'll try. Let me see if I can zoom in. How about that?
Yes, bit better.
yes. No,
So who wants to try to read the first one? That is this line that I am selecting.
I take the first one.
Okay.
It says, "What an April with his short suit."
Okay. Let's compare. What about you, Gabby? Can you read it?
Yes, when April with its sweet smelling showers.
Okay, you are reading the one in English, but I want you to read the one in Middle English. That's a different language, remember?
Yes, number
Yes.
one.
The number one.
One that April with his swords foot.
Okay, like Jerónimo, you are using your knowledge of modern English, right?
Try to.
What about you, Eduardo? Can you try that one?
I can try to fake it. English accent. Well, no accent, but let me try. What that April with the sword suit?
Okay, very good. Now it sounded really different. And finally, Denise, can you try that one?
One that April with his short suit.
Okay, thank you guys for trying. Now, I don't know if you can take you see that you don't see the file in there, right?
No.
Okay. Let me just find out if I can share it with
Maybe you need
you.
to activate the chat room and also the sharing files
Okay. He needs
in
to do that, right?
the settings.
Cesar?
Yes, the administrator needs to do that.
Okay.
The chat
That's
room
why
is
we don't
not
see it.
it's not enabled, and also the sharing files.
Really?
Yep. You need to go
Okay,
to
don't.
settings and then to activate them both.
Thank you.
Oh, that's why we don't see it.
Maybe it says private, you need to make it public.
Okay, I'm gonna try that. Or what if I share it by WhatsApp? Is that okay?
That will be better.
It's the same because you can still open it, right?
Right.
Okay, so here we go. I need you to see it and open it.
What's up?
Yes, in WhatsApp, please.
Okay.
Remember, we are analyzing the first 18 lines only. Let me see if you open it and you can see it, please. It's there. It's in your WhatsApp now.
I'm opening it now. Okay, I got it.
Okay, thank you. What about you, Gabby? Denise, can you see it now? Do you have it in your
Yes, I
hands?
can.
Yes, I have now.
Okay, thank you. So read the first 18 lines in silence, please. Ready? Okay. Now I'm going to share one audio with these 18 lines written or read by a professional. This is a YouTube audio. So I hope you can all listen to it. Are you ready?
Yep.
So let's pay attention on how it really sounds. Attention, please. Let me know if you can hear it. Just a moment, please. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, let's hear it.
Yes.
There is no sound.
What do you think, guys?
There is no sound. I couldn't hear anything.
You didn't hear?
No.
No.
No sound.
Sounds-
Oh, I was sharing the video and also the sound. Okay. Well, let me stop sharing. And what if I play it with my cell phone and see if you can hear it? Okay, guys? Could you see the video
Yes.
at least?
Yes.
Yes, but no sounds.
No sounds?
No.
No.
Okay. Don't worry. Well, I'm getting your messages that you can hear it. I don't know. Something happened in there with the, technology always fails. But let me share it here. And also I'm gonna share the link with you guys. So you can hear it in WhatsApp. What do you think?
Sounds good.
Okay. So let's do that. And I'm going to give you exactly the minute where this clip is so you can hear it. Okay. Open it, please. And go to the minute 4:38. 4 minutes with 38 seconds. Don't listen to it all. Just go to the 4:38, please. Can you do it?
Yes.
Now, can you listen to it?
Okay.
Now, what is the sound like, Eduardo?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. Can you repeat, please?
Sure. What is the sound like? What do you think about the pronunciation of this part?
Oh, he's from Scotland, and the accent, actually, the Scottish accent,
It
and
seems like, but it's not. Remember, this is
it
a
seems,
different
yeah,
English.
that's how they talk, that's how they speak. But yes, it's because I
Exactly.
think it's because of the English, old English. It sounds like that.
Yes, we're going to check some technical aspects of this part. Now, what about you, Geronimo? What do you think of this piece of pronunciation?
Well, it's really weird, and I have heard some expressions when I was studying the licenciatura in linguistics. We heard some uh, antique words from the English.
Antique, that's an interesting word. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. What about you, Gabby? What else did you notice in this video? Did you notice something special when the person was reading?
The intonation, the
Okay,
it sounded like a song.
Also,
exactly.
it rhymes. It has rhymes.
Exactly. How many lines were illuminated when the person was reading?
2, I believe.
How many lines were illuminated in white?
3 lines or 4.
But every time he read in this part,
Two.
There
two.
were 2 lines, two
Why
lines
do you think?
highlighted with white.
Why do you think is that?
Because that's how it's supposed to read it. You're supposed to read it by 1 and 2, then 3 and 4, 2 lines at a
The,
time.
in English, we call this rhyming couplets. Like Eduardo said, the poems are written, also the songs are written in couplets, which means in 2 lines. The 2 lines have to rhyme. So in the past, they used this technique. Can you imagine write such a long story with couplets, with rhyming couplets? It's quite a huge work, right?
Yes.
Okay. Also, they are using another technique that is called iambic pentameter, which is a metrical pattern. Of course, this is in poetry, that use of 5 iambic feet per line, which means the pronunciation of the words, of the important words, are 5 in every line. Okay, so 5 in the first line and 5 in the second line, that makes 10, or penta. That's why it's pentameter. Okay, and let me write that term in the comments. Can you see my chat? Can you see the chat?
No.
No, not yet.
Not yet?
No.
Oh, let me see. Why not? Were you supposed to see it? I went to the configuration and I tried to change it. What about now? Can you see it?
It's not available.
No, I don't see it.
Okay. It's funny. Okay. I'll see it. I'll see if I can.
Maybe you
Well,
can write it down on WhatsApp.
can you see it in your bubbles? Can you open the chat? You don't have it on top
No.
of the menu?
I see the option chat, but it's not available.
Yeah, you told me. Okay, everything that is here, I'm gonna put it in the WhatsApp. Okay, don't worry. So remember these two facts that I am sharing: rhyming couplets and iambic pentameter. Okay? So iambic pentameter and rhyming couplets. This is something that we need to remember also. Now I'm sending this to your WhatsApp also. Can you see it now? Can you read it?
No, takes like a couple of seconds to load up,
I
or
know.
a few seconds.
Yeah. What about now?
Okay, there. Yes.
Ah.
Okay.
Iambic pentameter and rhyming couplets. Yes.
It's supposed to be a capital I. Iambic, pentameter, and rhyming couplets. Okay. So as you can see, now you have the material where you can hear the pronunciation of Middle English and rhythm. Yes? Like Eduardo said before, he said something very interesting that when you read, or when we read Middle English, sounds a little bit like Scottish. It's not Scottish, of course. This English was developing from Old English to Middle English. And most of the words have changes and suffered influences from Latin, from France, from German, from French, of course, from German, and from the Old English. Remember, or can you give me a word in English, in modern English, that comes from, for example, from Latin or from French? Do you know any of those?
Yes.
Also from Greek, we have many words that come from Greek and are incorporated into English. For example, remember philosophy?
Yes.
What does philos mean? The love, right? And Sophie or Sophia? The love for words. So, like this example that I'm giving you, also English incorporated many words into the evolution of the language. So far, so
I
good.
have
Do you have
one,
any
if
question?
I can share.
And what is that from?
Cardiology, cardiology, ology is the study of.
The study of, exactly. Yeah, I think most of the Greek words that come from Greek have the same use or are used in medicine. Okay, guys. Now, if you look at the text in the Word file that I shared, you will see many separations, like the first 18 lines. If you go to the second, there's another separation. I want you to find the character the night. What is the night in Spanish? Remember?
The night.
Uh-huh. Knight. El caballero.
Night. Oh, okay. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, el
See if you
caballero.
find it and tell me the number of the line. Of course, now we are reading modern English. Forget about the lines that are in bold text, go to the ones that are in English. Have you found it?
Not yet. On line 10, night.
No. Go further down. I'm going to tell you the line.
Line
40.
42.
Oh, thank you, Gabby. 43. Yes. So remember how many stories are there in the Canterbury Tales?
24.
Why? Why do you think there are 24 stories?
Because they were 24 pilgrims, I believe.
Exactly. Because it's the story of the pilgrimage of the 24 characters. And I want you to study this in the text that you have in the word that I share. The night. Who wants to study the night? Who picks the night? Anyone? Because we have many characters.
Me.
Denise, you pick the night?
Yes.
Okay. Read it and study it. And also, I'm going to assign you a partner. So you can study, comment it, and I'm going to send you to a room, a breakout room, where you two guys are going to talk for 5 minutes. And then we come back. I will visit you. I will check if you're working or if you have any questions. Who would you like to work with, Denise?
So I have a question. The story of the night is from line 43, or what are the lines, please?
To 70, to where the other separation is. 78, can you see it?
70.
Because in the 79, we have the second
Uh,
character,
okay.
Squire.
Mm-hmm.
40, what is it?
43.
43 to
78.
78. That's the one you're going to study. Who
Okay.
would you like to work with?
No. With Gabby.
Okay. So I'm going to separate in a moment. Just wait for the instructions, yes?
Okay, thank you.
Now, the second character that I would like you to study, to read and study, is a merchant. Eduardo and Jerónimo, go to the line 270. There was a merchant with a forked beard. What is merchant?
Vendedor. Comerciante.
Exactly. That's what you are going to read. Remember, don't read the Middle English part. Read the Modern English, where you can get an idea more or less of what these characters did. All right?
You said 170?
No, 270 until 284. Oh, that's a really short one.
70, lucky ass.
270 to 80 to 84. Okay.
Okay.
Now, these are the instructions, guys. In these 5 minutes, I want you to analyze the character description and discuss what this description reveals about the medieval society, or about the years where this story was developed. And then when we come back, you share your thoughts. What do you think?
So you say first one we have to discuss character description, and what's the second one?
And what it reveals about medieval society. Or in other words, Gabi, what do you understand with these instructions?
I think we're gonna talk about the character, who he was, or what he did, and what was the relationship in the society in that time.
Mhm. Are you ready? Any question?
Yes, ready.
Okay, so I'm going to assign participants. Gabriela, you're going to room 1. With Denise. Oh my God, why can I assign them? Denise with Eduardo, no, with Gabriela. Wow, everything is not working now. Okay, let's do it again. Let's do it again. Have you received the invitation?
On WhatsApp?
No,
No.
it's here in the Teams.
Oh, where
Yes, now
are
it's
we?
Yes, yes.
Okay, join the room.
Okay, I don't see the invitation. Where do I find it?
Oh, let's see who are you with? Oh, Denise is waiting for you.
Yes, where do I see the invitation?
It's probably because you are not joining. You have double. Did you enter with your email?
Yes. Yes, with my email.
Okay. Let me ask Denise to come out of the room so you can talk to her here. What do you think?
Well, Denise is not my partner.
No, in the end, the application assigned you a new partner.
Okay. So I live here with you and then accept
You stay here.
Denise's? Okay.
Can you start reading the text by
Okay.
yourself?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Denise, can you start talking about it with Eduardo right here?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. So we're gonna do the merchant from just what line? One number?
Eh,
270?
200.
270. Okay. So do you wanna read it to yourself and then I read it at the same time to myself and then we discuss?
Give me a minute. I'm looking. 270. Okay.
270
Yes.
to 284.
Mm, okay.
You finished?
Yes.
Okay, so what do you how do you think the character? What do you think the description of the character in your words?
Um, I believe he's.
He dressed very flamboyant, right?
Uh-huh.
He dressed to be looked at, and according to the text, he was good in finances, right? And his business. And he was his they describe his clothes as party colored clothes, almost like a clown, I think. And he was proud of himself.
Mm.
He spoke solemnly, it says there. So he was a soft voice, right? To be a merchant, he was it almost sounds like he was educated, right?
Yes.
And the last line it says, "But they say the truth. I do not know when men call him."
What
So
me?
nobody knew his name, right?
Mm, yes.
That's the 284.
Uh-huh. But to say the truth, I don't know what
Yeah.
meant for him. Okay. And also, it says there was no one who knew that he was in debt.
And that too. He didn't have any debt.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. So he was good in his doing his business. And the
Yes.
other was we have to discuss the character description, which
The
we already did, and reveal the medieval
uh-huh.
society.
Society.
Mm.
Yes. We were.
For that time, I think for that time in society at that time, he was responsible, right? Like a responsible merchant,
Mm-hmm.
uh, took good care of his business. I don't know if at that time, medieval time, a lot of people did that, but I think he might have been an exception. Doesn't
Mm,
say much about his medieval society, right? It says
no.
a lot about his personality and his way of dressing.
Business.
And yes, business, his business. But I don't know what can this text reveal about medieval society,
Mm, the,
right?
yes, maybe the way he's dressed on the when it says he sat on his horse.
Yes.
That would be like characteristics of that
Oh
time.
yeah.
The
Yes.
clothes and the transportation.
Exactly. Yes. What's what line is that where he's on the horse? Can find it.
231. Wearing
200.
party. Uh-huh. The second one.
Oh, okay. Wearing party color clothes, probably he sat on his horse. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
So
also the hat and the beard.
yeah. But I find it kind of strange doing his business from on top of his horse,
Mm,
right?
yes.
Usually they're down on the ground doing the business. I don't know.
Okay. Thank you very much. We're going to call the other participants. So thank you. I'm
Welcome.
going to close the rooms and then they are coming back to the general session.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okey-doke.
How was it?
Short.
Short and and easy too.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you guys for working. Now let's wait for the
No problem.
others and then we can do like a general comment of what you found. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Can you see my camera?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Maybe send them a message in WhatsApp.
Oh, yeah, they are coming back. Thank you. And Gabriela, can you hear me?
Yes,
Hello?
yes, I can.
Okay, thank you. Let's wait for Jerónimo. There's a problem. I don't see your video. I don't see your camera. But you say you can see me, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't know why, but I don't see your camera. It's kind of a problem. Okay, let's begin. Maybe Jerónimo is having little problems with re-entering the session. I already sent him a message. But Eduardo, can you tell us, and Denise, what you found about this character? What was your character, if you remind me?
The merchant.
Merchant.
The merchant. Okay. So what do you remember, or what did you discuss?
This part is like short and it doesn't say too much about their relationship in that time. We were talking about maybe the way they dress, like it's described there.
Okay. What
Yeah,
about
there is a lot of description of how he dressed and how he acted and a lot of description of his clothes.
now? I have a question for you. Do you think there is an intention with this character that the writer had when he describes, I don't know, his clothes, his appearance? You know that he was a well-known person because he he was traveling from Holland to England. So what social stratus do you think this person represented? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Mm,
I think it was upper middle.
mhm,
It wasn't upper middle because he owns a horse and he dressed fancy and he had a
Exactly.
business.
uh-huh.
Exactly.
And
So
he's not in debt.
yes, he
Exactly.
wasn't
So
high society, but he was upper middle.
in this society of the 14th century, Chaucer tried to criticize the businessmen, this stratus, this social class. Can you find one piece of or one line where he's trying to do that, where he's kind of criticizing?
Concerning always the increase of his profits, maybe.
Yes.
What about the
So
line 280? Can you read it?
there was no one who knew that he was in debt.
What is that?
That is, I don't think that is a criticism. That is he's talking about positively about him, isn't it?
You think?
I think a criticism will be the line 284. Nobody knew his name. Like such an important person, but nobody knew his name. I don't know. I interpret that like that way.
There was no one who knew that he was in debt. What is debt
In English,
in Spanish?
deuda.
So, did he owe money? Was he in debt?
No,
Are you sure?
There was
no, because nobody knew that he was in debt. When you're in debt, everybody knows that you owe money to somebody else, like Coppel,
Exactly. Exactly.
somebody
That's the
else.
point. So maybe what I can understand from this piece of text is that this business class of those years of the 14th century was well clothed, were dressed, and they spoke different languages. They knew about foreign currencies. And in the end, they were in debt. They owed a lot of money. You see? Because then he says he was so dignified in managing his affairs. He was discreet, but he owed the money. You know what I say? What I'm trying to say?
that he was like good actor.
So in a way, they appear to
Mm,
be wealthy, but on the other hand, he knew that he was not the owner of everything, or he at least had to pay some of that money back to others, right?
But then it says he was yes, the 282 says with his buying and sellings and with his financial deals, right? And then it says truly he was a worthy man indeed. So he's not criticizing him. He's praising him,
Okay, probably it is. To
right?
say the truth, I do not know what men call him. He was, he didn't know the name of this merchant. Thank you very much,
Yeah.
guys. We're trying to, obviously, we are trying to interpret the signs of Geoffrey Chaucer when he wrote this piece. Let's go with Gabriela. Gabriela, Geronimo sent me a message where he says that he's having trouble coming back because his application is updating. So let's continue with you. What did you two discuss?
Yes, actually, I also have a trouble with my camera. I don't know what it is. Uh, but about the night we discussed that he was a very valuable person for the king, well, for the man he worked for, because he won almost all his battles. And he went through many countries or cities fighting and winning. And he was recognized because of that. And um, it also describes the clothes. It says he wasn't wearing fancy clothes. But I think he makes more emphasis on the relationship between um, the man he worked for and the knight.
And any signs of the description of the social situation that he lived in those years, or like I said before, um, where he reveals about his medieval society? Did you find any mentions of that?
Mm, Actually, just because it says expeditions, but no.
And what do you think? What extracts, what society extract did he belong to? A
I
low, a high, a middle?
I think middle age. Well, I don't know, pretty good, but because they were fighting like to conquer these cities.
Okay, very good. Remember, guys, that knights were part of the court, because most of the knights were noble, and the nobles had a chair in the court, which is they can decide on the state matters. They were sitting by the king and the rest of the court. And this is also another characteristic of the knights, is that they were very romantic in the way of looking for their love, and also chivalrous. What do you understand by chivalrous?
Um,
Cabalgatas,
No,
no?
it's
remember
like a
that they,
Justi.
personality trait.
can you repeat
Personality
it?
trait, but I can't remember right now the.
Chivalry. It's a
Yeah, muy
personality.
caballeroso, very
Exactly.
gentleman-like. Yes.
Yeah, and they were always looking for their love of their life, or fighting for the love of a lady. Remember that part?
Yes.
So thank you very much. Probably Geronimo is not coming back. And we just have time to